to my presentation about intelligence quotient. In today's presentation, I will discuss the history of IQ and research into IQ throughout the years. Meaning of intelligence in old-fashioned psychology. The concept of intelligence is a general consensus of intelligence, can be defined as the general mental ability to acquire knowledge, think and reason effectively, and deal adaptively with the environment. Modern IQ testing in relation to psychology. Modern IQ testing is based on scores displayed throughout the testing process, which are then compared to individuals of the same age as test scores. The tests are standardized and test an individual's overall IQ based on questions they answer. Every question is based on their own section of intelligence. They do this so that they can have different scores. Throughout history, IQ has most certainly changed over time due to how people and psychologists study and research IQ. Alfred Binet was the first psychologist to study IQ. He was asked to test the educational system to determine the students that needed educational assistance. Throughout time, psychologists determined that Binet's IQ test was flawed. However, the overall concept of the test remained the same. Nowadays, research into IQ has developed widely and has gone far beyond just IQ testing. In the next few slides, I will discuss modern-day research into IQ. 1. Relationship between IQ level and learning motivation for psychology students. The article expresses a limitation to the old-fashioned concept of IQ. The modern-day article links to a student's experiment on IQ and learning motivations in psychology students. The experiment performed was based on IQ tests data and the student's overall likeliness to learn. The non-qualitative experiment determined that there was a low relationship between high IQ and learning motivation. This is contradictory to the old-fashioned concept of IQ. This is because in the past, they believed that people with high IQs wanted to learn everything from every field and were intrigued to do so. Paper 2. Investigating changes in IQ scores over a decade in Brazil. Factors at play. The article was written due to studies that have shown an increase in intelligence scores within multiple populations throughout a decade. The study showed that measured intelligence typically increased around IQ 3 points per decade. However, the limitations of this concept are that the spikes in IQ scores over decades were due to errors in IQ statistics. In Brazil, which is where this article was written, a meta-analysis was conducted, and it found an overall decrease in IQ points between 1930 and 2015. This decline in IQ may have been caused by the large generational gaps in the studies used. The article links cultural development and environment in relation to IQ testing. It proves that due to where you live, your IQ points may be deemed low. Paper 3. The effect of maternal-paternal depression on children's IQ. Postpartum depression is very common in mothers, so the article above wanted to convey a study to express if there is a difference in IQs of children whose parents had postpartum depression and whose did not. There have been studies based on the mental concept of mothers with postpartum depression, but not on the cognitive development of the babies, who were the cause of the postpartum depression. A study was conducted based on the Welch's Intelligence Scale for children, which proved there is an overall difference in children whose mothers had postpartum depression and children whose mothers did not. There was an obvious difference in IQ. The children whose mother developed postpartum depression had lower IQs. 4. IQ changes after pediatric epileptic surgery, a systematic review and meta-analysis. The article conveys the changes in IQ after children undergo epileptic surgery. The study tested children's IQ before the surgery and after the surgery. The most common epileptic surgery is resective surgery. This surgery involves the removal of a small portion of the brain. This portion is often the temporal lobes. The temporal lobe is the area of the brain that controls visual memory, language comprehension, and emotions. This is why the study tested IQ differences before and after surgery, due to the temporal lobe being a very important section of the brain. They found that the children's IQ increased. This is why I find it very fascinating most of the children in this study had improved IQ and not decreased IQ. Paper 5. Artificial Intelligence IQ Test. Artificial intelligence has become very popular in today's science. The study goes over the concept of AI being a threat to the human race in relation to IQ. The study tested AI and children between the ages of 6, 12 and 18 on their IQ. The results in relation to IQ suggest that AI could express characteristics via character acquisitions, picture acquisitions, common knowledge, translation, calculation, and ability of expressing. However, AI could not have the ability of sound acquisitions. It could not put things in order, couldn't associate, create, speculate. Humans, however, could do all of the above. This proves that human IQ is smarter than AI's version of IQ. Weaknesses of IQ testing. IQ testing only measures specific skills relating to intelligence and not everyday skills. The test only measures comprehensive mathematics and reasoning skills. It does not factor in non-academic skills such as creativity, emotional intelligence, and social skills. The test only focuses on patterns. It does not comprehend students' classroom intelligence. Some students are bad at tests, but are very intelligent. IQ tests are mainly only taken by privileged individuals in upper class schools. It does not really show a broad understanding of all students' intelligence, just the upper class and middle class. This expresses how flawed most studies are when they measure IQ scores. Of IQ testing in relation to psychology. The final takeaways of this presentation is that IQ itself has developed and changed widely in history. There are a lot of research and new understandings into how IQ can be changed and altered due to certain situations. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation on intelligence quotient.